Have you ever wanted to play Fortnite? No? Oh, okay, fair enough. But what about Fortnite with Path of Exile and Diablo style gameplay, cool characters, and a tower? This is Arkheron. Arkheron is a fast paced, dynamic PvP game where teams of 3 battle against each other to ascend a mysterious tower. Game styles vary greatly based off the items you are able to loot and how you build them to interact with each other. The items you find and your ability to cooperate with your team will influence how you fight and outplay the enemy teams. Arkheron recently opened up a playtest the weekend of September 19th, and I had the opportunity to play it for a good few hours. Its intuitive gameplay and enormous replayability hooked me immediately. And to my delight, Bonfire Studios, the developers, are opening up another playtest this weekend. So, with my vast experience and knowledge, I wanted to make a quick video explaining the core mechanics of the game, as of now, and what you need to know before the upcoming playtest. This is definitely not Cobb's. I primarily play Ark and other survival crafters, but have a love for horror and other action and RPG style games, and I like to talk about them. Unfortunately, YouTube does not like when I mix genres, so this is my channel where I get to talk my shit. Today, I'm going to talk about Arkheron. The gameplay objective of Arkheron is simple. You spawn at the bottom of a tower with 2 teammates and have a set period of time to loot or battle other teams before beacons spawn. Beacons are ascension zones that you have a limited amount of time to get to and defend. Once the notification goes off telling you to find a beacon, your objective is to get there and defend it from other teams so you can ascend to the next level of the tower. There's a storm that spawns outside the beacons once the find a beacon timer is up, so you will take damage over time until you find a beacon or die to the storm. Are you starting to get the Fortnite reference now? If another team happens to be at the beacon, you duke it out with them until there is one team left standing at the beacon. If the fight goes on too long, the storm begins encroaching into the beacon area, forcing players into closer quarters until there is only one team left standing. This sounds all well and good, but how do you get a leg up on your opponents? Items and relics. To start, you can pick up some basic bitch weapons such as a bow, shield, or dual axes that have a primary left-click hit attack and a special right-click attack. Any item or weapon you pick up can be viewed by holding F1. It pulls up a really handy menu that tells you everything you need to know about the objects in your possession. You have room in your inventory for 2 weapons, 1 crown, and 1 amulet. The crowns and amulets have abilities you can activate using the assigned keybinds that can help you and your team win encounters. This is cool, but the real strategizing comes from something called relics. See, your playable character is a bit of a husk. They have forgotten who they are, but there are relics and memories scattered throughout the tower that you can find to rediscover who you are. That is at least what I am gathering from the lore side of things. In reality, there are sets of items that if you equip together, will boost the effects of the other items equipped in that set. These relics are easily identifiable as they are the only items currently in the game with names attached to them. For example, Adani's Claws, or Rinshi's Wrath Cleaver, or Rinshi's Vortex Amulet. Collect all 4 items in a set, which includes 1 amulet, 1 crown, and 2 weapons, and you are able to fully remember who you are. This grants you the ability to turn into an Eternal. Your character will change forms, and you will unlock an ultimate ability. I also believe building items in a set adds additional health and fortitude, but I am not entirely certain on that. It certainly feels like it in endgame, I'm not gonna lie. There is a set amount of Eternals currently, and they all have their own lore and backstory. I haven't played enough or listened enough to really know too much about them, but it seems like the character designs are actually really cool. This game is PvP focused, so any advantage you can get over your opponent is a win. But Arkheron is not a single approach sort of challenge. You can also mix and match relics to create complex builds that complement each other. Yes, this would keep you from unlocking an ultimate ability, as you would not have all 4 in a set, but it does allow you to change your gameplay on the fly as needed. Now that you understand the core premise of the game, let's go over some points of interest. There are a few POIs you'll want to be aware of when you spawn in. Firstly, you'll want to view the map. In order to do this, you press tab to pull up the map as well as your item bar where you can drop items by right-clicking them. Anyways, the first POI I want to talk about is the Shrine. The Shrine is an in-level store. You can buy basic weapons, consumables, eternal items or relics, and anchor abilities. If a teammate has died in the round, you can also revive them here. You use in-game currency called fragments that you collect as you traverse the map, unlock chests, and kill enemies. Anchor abilities are one-use abilities that can be used during any moment of the game, but once you use them, you will have to re-buy them from a shrine in order to use them again. Shrines are great for upgrading relics as well, which you can do by buying one from a shrine that you already possess, thus leveling it up. Shrines have different eternal items at each one, so if you're looking for a specific item, it'll be good to check them all. Also, just as a disclaimer, I've been using eternal items and relics interchangeably, but we're talking about the same thing here. An item that you can equip that is marked by a name at the beginning of the title. You're capped at 1,200 fragments, but as of now, it's not too difficult to collect at least 1,000, which is the amount you need for an eternal item. You just have to be pretty diligent about opening chests and tracking down NPC enemies. The next POI I think you should be aware of are challenge rifts. Challenge rifts are a unique way of ascending the level, but at a great risk. Your team will battle another team in a closed-off arena. Whoever wins ascends to the next level without having to search for a beacon. If no team challenges a team at a rift, then that team automatically ascends, which is also very cool. There are also quests marked by an exclamation mark that you can seek out across the map. These quests are divided into 4 types: Key Quest, Kill Quest, Revenge Quest, and First Blood. Key quests are started by uncovering quest keys, usually found in chests. Once you find a key, your map will be marked with the location of a vault. This vault will usually have pretty decent loot. Kill quests are started by interacting with a spectral tree. 3 monsters will spawn nearby, and you'll need to go kill them. Upon killing all 3, they'll drop chests with, again, pretty decent loot. Next are revenge quests. If a player has previously killed you, you can seek them out to enact your revenge. You'll have a UI bit that will let you know when your revenge target is out of range, within 90 meters, within 60 meters, or considered nearby. If you are able to kill them, you'll divide 1,000 fragments between you and your team. Lastly is First Blood. If you are the first to get a PvP kill in a match, you will receive 500 fragments. Other than quests that summon monsters, there are also monsters roaming the maps. There are firstly remnants, which are the basic bitch NPC monsters that do damage but are mostly just annoying. Next are the bigger ones, tormentors, that will end up dropping much better loot than the NPC basic bitch ones, but can be a bit of a pain to deal with. Lastly, there are destroyers. Destroyers are marked with a red bull-looking symbol on the map and are unkillable. A lot of times, if a beacon is being contested, the attacking team will drag over a destroyer to cause additional havoc within the beacon. They are an interesting tool that you can use throughout the game. I'll be interested to see if there are other unique ways you can use them throughout the game that I just have not thought of. That pretty much covers everything I wanted to discuss in today's video. A lot of this was pulled from my own experience with the game, but the Discord itself is also pretty great with FAQs and guides, so I would highly suggest joining if you're interested. The link will be in the description below. As a reminder, this is a game that is an alpha. I don't think the core premise of the game will change, but some of the mechanics I've discussed above may be tweaked to create a more balanced experience. As I stated before, there is a playtest opening this weekend, starting on September 26th, I believe, so be sure to join the Discord for more information on that, and subscribe here and follow me on Twitch to catch the action. Another quick thing before I wrap up, this game has a lot of really cool lore, so be sure you listen to the voice alerts as you play. There's also a really cool looking lore channel in the Discord I want to dive into, but we will get to that another time. If you've made it to this point in the video, if you don't mind leaving a like and subscribe, it helps a lot, especially because this channel is starting from square one, and it lets me know you enjoy this kind of content. Thank you for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the tower. Peace.